let's talk some boxing, cause let's get it, figured out here. I'm a big boxing fan. It's no secret. Y'all know I've been watching boxing for as long as I can remember, honestly. But y'all know I'm a big fan of it. But boxing's fell off in the last, couple decades or whatever. But I say all this to say, I watch no matter who's fighting, right? But as we saw, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson brought a crowd to the sport of boxing. Now, this was definitely more of the casuals watching than anything. And as a diehard fan of boxing, I wish this wasn't the fight everybody tuned in for. But it got people talking boxing, so let's talk some boxing. First thing first, everything I said that would happen on that card happened. I was telling people, the women's fight between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, that's the show stealer. That's going to steal the show. I said it before it even happened. I said this fight is stealing the show. What happened? That fight stole the show. I told y'all I was putting two of the best women boxers in the world. They're going to do their thing. And of course, with 50 million people watching, everybody said that fight was the best fight of the night. I told you so. Next thing I told you so. I said Jake was going to win. People called me crazy. People said I was tripping. People said I didn't know what I was talking about. Everything I said for why I was choosing Jake over Mike is exactly why the result was the way it went. The reasons I said Mike wouldn't win was because, let's look at the facts. Mike Tyson hasn't been a champion in 30 years. Mike Tyson hasn't had a pro fight in 20 years. Mike Tyson's last exhibition was against Roy Jones 4 years ago. And to me, he didn't even look that good then. People back then didn't like the fight, but then people looking back said, oh, Mike looked good in there. No, he didn't. They were just trying to get in their head that Mike had a chance. It wasn't going to happen. Mike has literally had health scares. Mike is also almost 60 years old. He fought somebody almost half his age. And that brings me to my point with Jake. Yes, Jake is not a quote-unquote real boxer, but however, he's gotten a ring with real boxers since he's done this boxing thing. He's even beat some of them. Jake also stays in the ring, and no different than real boxers in these championship bouts, I typically roll with the boxer who's more active because I'm like, that experience is going to carry you once it's, that bell is rung. Therefore, Jake had that advantage. The fight went exactly how I said it would go. I said if Mike doesn't get to him early, it's over. What happened? Mike came in round one just bulldozing at Mike. At Jake. He went right at him. But then what happened? Mike was out of gas. Why? Because Mike Tyson is 60 years old. 58 to be exact, but still. So I told you so. I just wanted to have my I told you so moment. And that's not to take away from Mike Tyson because the man is still a legend. Real ones know. Mike wasn't in a lose situation. If he won, it's like, whoa, he still got it. If he loses, it's like, all right, the man is old. Jake is the one who's in a lose-lose, quote-unquote, because it's like, hey, I either beat up on an old man or I lost to an old man. But if you're Jake Paul, you don't care about that. Jake Paul just had probably he had the most watched boxing fight in history for the most part. 60 million people tuned in to the Buffer and Netflix to watch the fight. And so now everybody's calling out Jake Paul. Rightfully so, because look at the facts here. Jake Paul brought a crowd. Yes, Mike Tyson had his crowd, but Jake has his own audience as well. So now all the fighters wants to fight Jake Paul. And Jake Paul, I give it to him. He's very strategic about who he fights. He knows. Arthur Better Beef called him out. He knows he's not fighting Better Beef. He knows he's not fighting Daniel Dubois, who is the current heavyweight champion. He's not fighting those guys. He don't even want to step in the ring with a 40-year-old Andre Ward, I don't think. Because Andre Ward said he would fight him. Ain't happening. I bet you Jake won't step. Jake want to fight retired boxers. Look, don't challenge Floyd because Floyd's too little. It's not. Let's be real. And Floyd did his thing against Logan. But let's be real. Andre Ward, I dare you, Jake ain't going to challenge him. And Andre Ward's been retired for almost 10 years. And I still don't think he would challenge him. Let's look at the facts here. But also, I think some fighters, I'm glad they stepping up to Jake because it's no different than how Larry Holmes, when he whooped up on Muhammad Ali back in the day. Ali was out of his prime. It wasn't no secret. And what did Mike Tyson do years later? He beat the brakes off Larry Holmes, knocked him out. So some fighters like, hey, you did our old dog like that. We got to come back. So I respect it.